China's economic slowdown continues to worry investors globally. Earlier, I spoke to billionaire investor Wilbur Ross to get his take.
Well, China is slowing, but it's still slowing to a rate that in global terms is very good, probably 6 or so %. So compared with the Western world, that's extraordinary good benefit. What is happening is real estate is finally stabilizing. 3 months in a row, it's been flat to slightly up. That had been a source of great concern to folks before. And I think the loosening of monetary policy by the government has also begun to have an effect. So I think China will have a soft landing.
Turning to commodities, do you see rising food costs as a big worry? Is this the biggest worry for emerging markets?
Well, it is, because when you have low per capita income, food is an extremely high percentage of the total budget. So a small percentage increase in food has a very dramatic effect on the family's ability to function.
Do you see this as being the biggest risk?
Well, there are also political risks. I'm quite worried about the standoff between Japan and China over the islands. I hope that will not get to conflagration, but it's hard for me to see how either country can really back off very conveniently.
Speaking of politics, the big political story out here is China. How closely are you watching the transition, and what worries you the most from an investor's perspective?
Well, I think the transition will be smooth. There was a little bump in the road with Mr. Bao and his wife and all that. It feels to me as though that's been pretty well put to bed. And I get the impression that the relationships between the Communist Party and the military have also settled down. So I don't see any huge surprises in the transition. What always does happen, though, with the transition is from about now until it actually goes into effect, relatively few policy initiatives will be begun.